So yesterday I have left at dispersion. What is dispersion? So dispersion is the phenomena of splitting of white light into component colors when it passes through a prism. Phenomena of splitting of white light, WL means white light, into component colors. When it passes through the prism. Passage through the prism. Or through any other optical medium. Here I am explaining by using the prism. It's called the dispersion. What is its cause? What is the reason behind the dispersion? Cause of dispersion. So it is because of change in speed of light. In speed of light of different colors in a medium. Other than air. Change in speed of light of different colors in a medium other than air. Now you can see here, when white light falls upon the prism, yesterday also I have explained with the help of the diagram, that when it falls upon the prism, then what happens? Here I am going to show you by the diagram. Which color will deviate most? So it is the violet color which is deviating most because its refractive index is maximum, while the red color is deviating least. This is a prism. On this, a white ray of light fall upon left side surface. This is the original direction. This is A, B, C. This is the white ray of light, PQ. At the point Q, what will happen? I have told that ray will refract as well as disperse because of the different refractive index each part, because this is the combination of 7 prominent colors Vibgyor: violet, indigo blue, green, yellow, orange and red. When it will enter here, what will happen? Different colors are having the different refractive indices. Therefore, they will turn on the different path. Here, red will deviate least while the violet will deviate most. If I is showing here, red will deviate least. And the violet one will deviate most. You can see here, red one is deviating by how much angle? Red one is deviating by this angle, while the violet one is deviating by, it is deviating by the larger angle. At this surface, what will happen? Only refraction will take place because now it is already dispersed. different color light is falling on the surface AC at the different point. So here there will be just refraction, and what will happen? Red color and violet color as well as the other colors all will refract, but the same way red will deviate least and violet will deviate most. Means if you make the diagram, then it will be like this. This is the red one and the violet one is this. From the diagram, it is clear that violet is deviating most. It is clear? So if you put a screen here, what will you get? You will get a color band, and that color band will be spectrum. That color band is known as spectrum. It's clear? Here, that one is known as spectrum. You can see here violet, then here indigo, which I have not shown here. I have shown only the extreme colors, then blue, green, yellow, orange and red. It's clear? So a color band will be obtained, and this color band is known as color band. This color band is known as spectrum. It's clear? Now one more thing. This spectrum will not be a pure spectrum. Here it is not a pure spectrum. Means the boundaries of the adjacent colors will not be distinctly separated. Boundaries of the different colors will not be distinctly separated. There will be overlapping at the boundaries. Boundaries of adjacent colors are not distinctly separated, they are overlapping. It's clear? Therefore, it is known as impure spectrum. We will get impure spectrum with the help of the prism. It's clear? When we are getting this way. It's clear? So now you can see in your book, so this part has finished. Part A I have finished yesterday. Today I have to begin this. So dispersion of white light, cause of dispersion and spectrum, these definitions are given on page 135. So you can go through with that. Now after this, here you can see the question. There is one example here. I am taking this example. Example 3. All of you see here. It's clear. See the example 3. A beam of white light is incident normally on the surface AB of an equilateral prism ABC. All of you see the question also. This is an equilateral prism. Means each angle is 60 degree. Each angle of this prism will be equal to 60 degree. So a beam of white light is incident normally on the surface AB. So see here, now the beam is falling normally on the surface AB. What will happen? There will be no more there will be no refraction, and no refraction, therefore you will not get the spectrum, though it is of white light, but since it is falling perpendicularly here, therefore what will happen? It will pass undeviated. There will be no refraction, and when there will be no refraction, there will be no deviation of different colors in the different directions. So we will not get the spectrum. We will not get the spectrum. It will pass undeviated. It's clear? Here it is falling at this point. Falling at this point. Then here it is further stated, and emerges out of it suffering a deviation of 60 degree. Means it emerges out of it suffering a deviation of 60 degree. That you can see here why it will suffer a deviation of 60 degree. At this point, ray is intended to go from where to where? At this point, ray is intended to go from glass to air. Ray is going from glass to air. This angle is 90, this is 60 degree. So what will be this angle? 30. So what will be the angle of incidence? 60 degree. But as you know that critical angle for the glass is 42 degree. And when angle of incidence is more than critical angle, ray suffers total internal reflection. Means the reflected ray will go making what angle from the normal? Reflected ray will go making 60 degree angle from normal. So this is 30 degree. It's clear. So now it is passing here. This is 30. This one is 60. So what will be this angle? 90. Therefore, it will pass undeviated. So by how much angle it had deviated? You can see here. This is the original direction. In the absence of surface AC, it would have gone along this direction. But now it is going in this direction. So this is 60, 60, 120. So what will be this whole angle if you see? If you see sum of all the angles at a point on a straight line is 60 degree. So this angle will be 60. So it is deviating by 60 degree. This point is clear. Now see here. Now you can see. Draw a diagram to show the path of beam till it emerges out of the prism. So that I have drawn. Mark the angle where necessary. So I have marked the angles also. What assumption have you made while drawing this? So while drawing this, we have only assumed that the critical angle for the glass is smaller than 60 degree. Critical angle for the glass is smaller than 60 degree. It's clear. By our previous knowledge, we know that the critical angle is 42 degree, but we will not state here. It's clear. We will not state that thing. We will just write that critical angle for the given glass prism is smaller than 60 degree. It's clear. Then name the phenomena exhibited by the light beam. So it is the total internal reflection. So everything I have explained. Then you can see here there are two numericals. Question number 4. The frequency of violet light is 7.5 into 10 to the power 14 Hertz. Yes, today I will discuss the exercises also. Here, this exercise I will discuss. The frequency of violet light is this and find its wavelength. So see here, you can say frequency, that is nu, frequency denoted by the symbol nu. It is 7.5 into 10 to the power 14 Hertz. Hertz is the SI unit of frequency. Hertz is the SI unit of frequency. It's clear. Find its wavelength means lambda you have to determine. In nanometer, speed of light is given how much? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So as you know that what is the relation of this and this. So in case of light, it is C equals to nu into lambda. Otherwise, we write as V equals to frequency multiplied by wavelength. Here only symbols have changed. Speed of light we denote by the symbol C. Frequency we denote by nu. And wavelength the same symbol. You have to determine lambda. So first you find out lambda. Here lambda will come out in what unit? So since this is in SI unit, this is in SI unit, lambda is what? Wavelength. Wavelength means it is having the unit of length. What is the SI unit of length? So SI unit of length is meter. SI unit of length is meter. So it will come out in meter and then we will change in nanometer. So lambda equals to C upon nu. What is C? 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 14. So this will be 30 upon into 10 to the power minus 6. 10 to the power minus 6. So it is 15 2 ja, 15 5 ja into 10 to the power minus 6. When it will go up, 8 minus 14, that is equals to minus 6. That is 0.4. It's clear? Into 10 to the power minus 6. So that is 4 into 10 to the power minus 7 meter. Now as we know that since 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 9 nanometer. 1 meter equals to 10 to the power 9 nanometer. Therefore, wavelength in nanometer. This is given in meter, you multiply by that. 4 into 10 to the power minus 7 into 10 to the power 9. That is equals to 4 into 10 to the power 2. So 400 nanometer. 400 nanometer. It is clear? Then in angstrom you have to find. Second part is perhaps angstrom. And 1 angstrom equals to 10 nanometer. So not in angstrom. Here, yes, it is in angstrom also. Since 1 nanometer equals to 10 angstrom, therefore wavelength in angstrom. What will be in angstrom? 1 nanometer equals to 10 angstrom. So 400 nanometer will be equal to how much? 400 multiplied by 10. That is 4000 angstrom. It will come out 4000 angstrom. So this point is clear. Now the next example is also same as this. It's clear. In that you have to determine frequency by using the same formula. It is clear. Then I am going to tell you here example 2. It's clear. This is very good question here. All of you go through the question. You read down the question by the time I am cleaning this board. Now see here, a beam consisting red, blue and yellow colors is incident normally on the face AB of an isosceles right angled prism ABC. Means here isosceles right angled prism. Isosceles right angled prism means this angle will be 90. This will be of 45 degree. This will be of 45 degree. In isosceles right angle triangle, you know that one angle is of 90 degree and remaining two acute angles will be equal. There is a ray of light, beam of light, composite beam of light of 3 colors. It is combined red, blue and yellow. Red plus blue plus yellow. Now here it is falling perpendicularly. It's clear? AB as shown in the figure. Complete the diagram to show the refracted ray and emergent rays. Given that the critical angle for glass air interface. Glass air interface means when the ray of light is moving from where to where? Glass to air. If it is moving from air to glass, then we will say air glass interface. All of you remember this thing. If ray of light is moving from glass to air, then refraction is taking place at glass air interface. While if it is moving from air to glass, for example here, it is moving from air to glass, so it is glass air interface. But when it will fall upon here, it is moving from glass to air, so glass air interface. So this is the glass air interface. Here critical angle for yellow color is given 45 degree. Now first you see this thing. For yellow color, it is 45 degree. What is the relation between mu and critical angle? That you have already studied. Mu equals to 1 upon sine IC. Mu equals to 1 upon sine IC. IC is what? Critical angle. So what will be sine IC? 1 upon mu. Means you can say more mu, more refractive index, less will be critical angle. More refractive index, less will be critical angle. Less will be critical angle. Now out of these colors, which one is having the more refractive index? So first you underline here. Which are the three colors? One is the yellow, one is red, and this is red, blue, and this. So see here, one which occurs earlier, that will have more refractive index, means mu b will be greater than mu y, will be greater than mu r. It's clear? So what about the critical angle? Now you can say. You can say about critical angle, more refractive index, less will be critical angle. Means in case of critical angle, IC for blue color will be less than IC for yellow color, will be less than IC for red color. This point is clear or not? From here it is, you know that when you move from here to here, refractive index is decreasing. Refractive index is decreasing. From that relation, it is clear that more mu, less will be the refractive index, less will be the critical angle. So more mu is for blue color, so critical angle for blue color will be less. Now here in the question, it is given, this value is given 45 degree. Means IC for blue color will be less than, here you write down 45 degree, will be less than, means here you can see for blue color critical angle is smaller than 45 degree, while for red color it is greater than 45 degree. Greater than 45 degree. And as long as angle of incidence is smaller than critical angle, there will be simple refraction. We know as long as angle of incidence is smaller than critical angle, there will be simple refraction. But when it is equal to the critical angle, then what will happen? It will go grazing to the refracting surface. It will go grazing to the refracting surface. And when angle of incidence becomes more than critical angle, it suffers total internal reflection, obeying the laws of reflection. So now you can complete. At this point here on this surface, there will be no refraction because falling perpendicularly. Now see here, you draw the normal. And see this angle. This angle is 90, 45. So what will be this angle? 45. So what will be this angle? 45. Means red plus blue plus yellow. For each color, what is the critical angle? It is 45 degree. For each color, critical angle is for each color, angle of incidence is 45 degree. For each color, whether it is of red color or blue color or yellow color, angle of incidence is 45 degree. Now here for yellow color angle of incidence is 45, critical angle is also 45. येलो कलर के लिए क्या है, क्रिटिकल एंगल इज 45 एंड दिस what you can say, critical angle is 45 and angle of incidence is also 45. So yellow color ray of light will go this way, grazing to the interface. Yellow color ray of light will go this way, grazing to the interface. White will go grazing to the interface. That is very clear, because for yellow color angle of incidence is equal to the critical angle. For yellow color angle of incidence is equal to critical angle, which is 45 degree. It's clear? Is equal to critical angle. Or you write down this way, 45 degree, which is equal to its critical angle. It's clear? Now for red color, you see, for red color, so already I have explained that angle of incidence for each color is 45. Angle of incidence is 45 degree, but here you can see for red color critical angle is greater than 45 degree, means it is smaller than critical angle for red color. Means what happens here? Here red color is having a smaller angle of incidence than its critical angle. So what will happen? There will be no total internal reflection. It will be simply refract. Simply refracting means it will go in the other side. It will go into the other side. So that I am making here, it will go this way. It's clear? Moving away from the normal. Moving away from the normal. It's clear? Now what will be for the blue color, you can see. So blue color also you can see. Angle of incidence. It is 45. And for blue color critical angle is smaller than 45, means now here angle of incidence is smaller than critical angle, and angle of incidence is smaller than, here critical angle is, its critical angle is smaller than 45. This is not, this expression is not correct. You see here, here critical angle for blue color is smaller than 45, means it may be 42 degree, 41 degree, 43 degree, while the angle of incidence is 45, means you can say that this angle of incidence is greater than critical angle for blue color. Once again you see here, here from this you can see critical angle for blue color is smaller than 45 degree. Smaller than 45 degree means it is 41 degree, 42 degree, like that, while the angle of incidence is 45, means angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, and it is greater than the critical angle. So what will happen? It will suffer total internal reflection obeying the laws of reflection. Laws of reflection, so you can see here, this blue color light will go this way, making this angle as 45. This is 45, so this will also be 45. 45, 45, 90, so this will be 90. 90, therefore what will happen? It will pass undeviated. Here it is passing undeviated. It's clear? Now see here, you can see some more questions. there are two numericals that you can do. It's clear. So I am taking the questions from the beginning, exercise 6a, and one more thing, all of you do each and every question on your notebook, because soon your notebooks from the school side, it will be intimated to you that you have to submit your notebooks in the school. It's clear. You will not come, your parents will bring the notebook and they will submit there for the correction. It's clear. So all of you do your work. So you can see here, name three factors on which the deviation produced by prism depends. So that already I have told. How does the deviation produced by triangular prism depend on the color? So deviation depends upon the color. Color means lambda. More lambda, less will be the deviation. More the wavelength, less will be the deviation. You have already seen red color is having what wavelength? 8000 angstrom. Deviation is less. It's clear. So how does the deviation produced by triangular prism depend on the color or wavelength of the light? More the wavelength, less will be the deviation. In second line you can write, red color deviates smaller than the violet color. How does the speed of light in glass change on increasing the wavelength of light? If you increase the wavelength of light, then what will happen? As you know that C equals to nu into lambda. This thing is constant. This thing is constant. V equals to nu into F into lambda. It's clear. Now, here you can see and this is very important question. As we know that different color travel in air or vacuum with the same speed. Different color travel in air or vacuum with the same speed. Means when you talk about the air or vacuum, this product will be always 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second irrespective of the color. मतलब कलर कुछ भी हो, न्यू इंटू लैम्डा का प्रोडक्ट क्या होगा? It will be equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, where in air or vacuum. Means here if you increase the lambda, then what will happen? Frequency nu will decrease. Here if you increase the lambda, frequency nu will be decreased. That already you have seen in this table. That table I have told yesterday. Here this table, which is given on page 134. This table. On this table you have already shown. It is clear. But when we talk about some other medium other than air, so what is the relation? V equals to F into lambda, and here the value of V is not constant for different colors. It's not constant for different colors. Red color is having the maximum value of this product. F into lambda red में सबसे अधिक है. Violet में क्या है? It is lowest. As we know that red color travel fastest and violet travel slowest. So when we talk about some other medium other than the air, then on increasing the lambda there will be no change in its frequency. And one more thing, frequency is something which is related with the source. So whether the light is moving in air or in water or in glass or in anywhere, in any medium, its frequency will remain same. So here perhaps some, which one? How does the speed of light in glass change on increasing the wavelength? So on increasing the wavelength, here speed of light has been asked. So VIBGYOR, wavelength increases here, lambda increases. And what about the speed? Speed also increases. Speed increases. Means with increasing wavelength, speed will increase. Then Which color of white light travel, that already I have discussed. Name the subjective property of light related to wavelength, that is color. What is the range of wavelength of the spectrum of white light in angstrom and in nanometer? In angstrom, 4000 angstrom to 8000 angstrom. In nanometer, already I have told 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer. Write the approximate wavelength for, so that you can do these colors, you can these questions you can do. Write the 7 prominent colors present in white light in the order of increasing wavelength. It is Webb-Gure. When you write in the form of Webb-Gure, what will happen? Wavelength is increasing. Name the 7 prominent colors of white light in the increasing order of their frequencies. You will write in the reciprocal order. R, O, Y, G, B, I, V. It's clear. Lambda is increasing, frequency is decreasing. Frequency is decreasing in this side. Here frequency decreases, but frequency will increase in the reverse order. It will increase in the reverse order. Now, which color of white light is deviated by a glass fringe most? So, it is the violet color. Which is deviating least? It is the red color. Now, the wavelength for light of red and blue color are given this and this respectively. It's clear. Which color has the greatest speed in vacuum? All has the same speed in vacuum. You will write all has the same speed in vacuum. Which color has the greatest speed in glass? So, it is the one which is having the more wavelength. One which is having the more wavelength will have more speed. Define the term dispersion, cause of dispersion, already have discussed today. What do you understand by the term spectrum? Spectrum is the color band obtained when white light passes through the fringe. A ray of white light is passed through a glass fringe, 17th question, and a spectrum is obtained on the screen. Name the 7 colors, so that you can do. These questions are very simple. So now you will complete this exercise. It's clear? So in today's lecture, we will do only up to this. In next lecture, we will begin from